Friends, today we discuss about viruses in terms of security purpose. Mostly, each and every persons we are using well-equipped computer systems or desktop in terms of either desktop or laptop, whatever it is. Each and every most of the people are using like computers. So nowadays and previously also we are mainly we need to be secured our data with effect from viruses. So for that, we will discuss about different viruses and other concepts. So various types of viruses we are discuss now. How it will be, what are the way it will be attacked in your systems and files, and what are the methodologies, and how to prevent the viruses. That is called we discuss now. So viruses, before going to what are the phases of virus, that will be initially we need to be know. So dominant phase, propagation phase, triggering phase, execution phase. So totally the virus having four different way, the four different phases are there. First one, dormant phase, activated by event. So this particular phase we called as, or each and every, suppose the activity is any other event is activated, means that particular type of virus will be initiated. So that means dominant phase. And propagation phase means we discuss places on identical copy itself into another program. Clone virus we called as prominent phase. So prominent phase of viruses we called as, it's nothing but your clone virus is another name in the phase of prominent phase. And triggering phase is nothing but activated to perform the function for which it was intended. So what are the functions we are initiating means the triggering phase will be automatically the virus will be attacking. Execution function is performed means it will be executed. So generally the types of virus will be having majorly the viruses will be in majorly 2 point, needs host program based virus or independent viruses. So host program virus means called as we are performing some basic operation, basic functionalities. For example, types of viruses now we discuss boot sector virus, program virus, and multi-parties virus. What is meant by boot sector virus? Virus means it affects the booting at the time of system is starting stage. At the time of operating system booting level itself, the virus will be attacking. Virus will be present. So the virus will be present in the execution or starting of your operating system. In the booting sector itself, the virus will be affected. So virus should be attacked to the booting sector itself. So infected the boot or MBR in diskettes on hard drives through the sharing of infected disk and pirated software applications. Suppose some disk will be affected by virus, from the disk to some data will be transferred to some other disk. Automatically we called as the boot sector virus will be initiated. Once your hard drive is infected, all the disk nets that you use in other computer will be also infected. And program virus is nothing but it's related to your program, meaning program concept only the virus will be present. For example, become activate whenever the program files. Usually when the extension is .bin, .com, .exe, .olb, .drv, it is a programmable virus. For example, mostly we are implementing some applications will be implemented means are inserted or installed to your system. It should be in the executable file format, that is .exe file format. So your program viruses also are in the form of .exe format. That is type of virus we call as program virus. It makes a copy of itself and will be infect other program on your computers. And multi-party virus is nothing but hybrid virus of a boot sector and program virus. It is a combination of boot sector and programmable virus. in affect the program files, and when the infected program is active, it will be affected the boot record. It is a combination of boot sector and program virus. Next, stealth virus is disguises itself to prevent from being detected by antivirus software. So this type of virus will be detected by their antivirus software. It alerts its file size or conceals with itself in memory. So there's in this type of virus will be mostly modifying the size of the original program or original file. Polymorphic virus. Polymorphic virus, it acts like a chameleon and changing its virus signature binary format. So changing its some other format, and every time it multiple and inflects infected to a new file. So it will be a chameleon changing their nature, changing their virus signature in terms of binary format. See, every time it will be virus will be multiplied with together. So it's multiplied. One virus will be converted into 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8 up to infinity time. The virus will be automatically updated, automatically multiplied concept or inflected to new files. And macro virus is the next one. Macro virus we called as nothing but programmed as a micro embedded system programs. So programmed as a macro embedded in a document usually found in the Microsoft Word and Excel files. So macro virus. So macro means a set of code levels. So some macro function, a macro code level, macro value means we are ordinary, we implemented for Word and Excel document having some macro functions are implemented. So that particular function code also having affected by the virus is called as macro virus. Once it gets into your computer, every document you produce will become as infected. Once macro files will be implemented, it's mostly affected the Microsoft Office package for like Word and Excels. Automatically, every Word document having their affected. So relatively new type of virus may slip by your antivirus software if you do not have most recent version is installed. So mostly whenever your antivirus software will be involved, inserted or applied in your system, installed in your system, frequently you can update the antivirus to up to date, maintain the antivirus software into up to date format. Otherwise, mostly the virus will be affected. Sign your computer is infected. So how to identify your system will be affected by virus? Functions lower than normal. So your system will be working condition will be is low compared with the normal level. Response slowly and freeze often. Suppose you can open a new application, say the existing file, or you have to create a new application file. It's always slowly open and freeze the screen some amount of time. It will be freeze for some other second or 10 to 15 seconds or 20 seconds or 40 seconds. That particular time you identify that your system will be low. Automatically there is a possibility for identifying the virus is affected. Next, restarts itself. So automatically the system will be restarting. Seen uncommon error message, disorder main menus and dialog boxes. So in your at the time of your working the system, suddenly some message will be retrieved, or suddenly dialog message will be displayed in your monitor for unwantedly. So that type of messages, that type of error message will be possible to appeared in your screen means automatically there's a possibility for affected by virus. So notice application failed to work correctly. For example, you can working with a Word document is not in properly worked means automatically it's affected by virus. And as well as the some pen drive you have to insert it into your system, the pen drive content will not be stored in the correct manner. It will be stored in different logic manner means that also called as the disk is the pen drive will be affected by virus. Fail to print correctly. Suppose your data, original data will be printed means the original data will not be printed in correct manner means that is also concept of you signed with virus. So computer ESD, what do virus do? So can damage file, can slow the system, can slow the message, can take controls. The virus will take your entire system control, so not for your control. That is the concept of computer is having affected by the virus concept. So the system will be controlled by yourself means there is no issue. The system will be control taken from Taken as a virus means your system will not be in your control. Automatically, control is transferred to virus. Automatically, your entire system will be affected by virus. Only the possibility to recover the solution. To remove the virus is the solution. Suppose otherwise, you can remove the operating system and reinstall the operating system one more time. So these are all some viruses history. From northern antivirus software will be installed. So these are some antivirus softwares are involved. Generation antivirus software generations from 1970s, 86 brain virus will affected, and 87 lingual virus, and further levels of some other virus will be generated. Not 1991 Norton antivirus software will be installed. Invented at 1999, Melissa virus will be involved, and 2001 Nimbia virus. Thereafter 9/11 will be had 5 of inflecting systems. And 2004 having email virus will be affected, and 2006 having the first ever malware Trojan virus will be affected in the Mac OS X, and 2008 Torpin and Trojan horse will affect the Windows, turning off antivirus applications, and it also other for access to computers and modifies the data, steals confidentiality, and informations will not be generated. So generally another some examples for viruses, different viruses all different phases already we discussed, and type of viruses also to be discussed. What is mean by worm virus? So worm means WAWORM, worm. So worm is a program that replicates itself by installing copies of itself on the another machine across a network. So worm is a program that replicates itself by installing copies of itself on other machine across a network. One particular network, the same content will be again installed into some other system. That is called as worm virus. The email virus has some of the characteristics of worm virus because propagates itself the system to system design. In 2009, configure inflect anywhere from 9 to 15 in Microsoft ever systems. So total number of viruses by year in January 1985 1, how viruses works, and January 18 1985 will be 1, January 1987 will be 3, and 1990 142, 1993 2482, and 2002 55,000, and January 2003 62,000 of virus, number of viruses per year. So this is the way you have to the virus will be grown by enlarged, and something to pull the triggering will be implemented. So Melissa virus, Melissa antivirus. Another virus is called as filter with the Melissa. Media was Melissa. I have word macro virus. Melissa virus is another one important virus which is affected mostly for macro level concepts. When possible, recover to the host Word document via email and open it. So when it will be appear via the mail, the attacked file, infected file will be opened via mail means the virus send a copy itself to the first 50 people in the victim address book. So in your address book, what are the persons are available, first 50 members will be sent to you. Named after topless danger in Florida, the Melissa virus crashed to email servers of the corporation and the government in different spots around the world. The computer emergency response team set up after the Robert Morris mocked up of the internet with the harm virus in 1988. Estimated that the virus hit 1 lakh computers in the first weekend. So David Elminster posted an infected file into this alert.sex unsets a grouping using a stolen AOL account. So how to prevent your system from the virus means upload and use antivirus softwares. Be aware of the email and attached you open. So once your document is you open your mail and download the mail, before go that you need to be verify that whether the files will be affected virus or not, it should be verified, and check for the updates of antivirus software regularly, and make sure that antivirus software is installed correctly. So these are the way you need to be prevent your system attacked by the, to maintain the system in well secured manner with the attack by the virus. And what are the approaches of you perform in antivirus approaches? First one, detection. Second one, identification of virus. Third one, removal of traces of viruses. So there are 4 generation of antivirus softwares. First generation is simple scanner. Second generation is curiosity scanner. Third generation is activity trap, and fourth generation is full featured protections. So now advanced searching technique. So the next level, advanced antivirus approaches are 2 approaches: GD technology and digital immune system. In GD technology, we can implement it for GD technology can detect most complex polymorphic viruses with fast scanning speed. So the detection is done by executing the files through GD scanner. The elements of executable files will be CPU emulator, virus signature scanner, emulation control modules. These are all the technique for genetic decryption technology, GD. So it purely depends upon more complex polymorphic viruses will be identified with the help of fast scanning speed procedure methodology. So it's purely depends upon internal hardware concept of identifying antiviruses in their system. And next one, digital immune system is the next advanced antivirus technique approach. Digital immune system is aimed to provide the rapid response time so that the virus can be stamped out as soon as they be introduced. So in this digital immune system, virus analytic machine we have to implement it. One virus infected client means the first step we have performing your viruses are spreaded or affected in one particular system in a one network. So there is a two, we consider 2 private network, private one and private network 2. In the each and every network, there is a some number, n number of clients or one administrative machine will be there. So suppose in a one network, your system will be affected by virus, automatically the control information will be intimated to administrative system. That administrative system will be intimate to virus analytic machine. That particular virus analytic machine, what is it doing means analyze the various virus behavior. Based on their virus behavior, extracting their signature, nature of their virus will be identified. Next, drive prescription, they will be perform their what type of affected file, what type of error virus will be presented, how it will be recovered, that particular values, everything will be analysis machine will be calculated and identified, resolved to, and then control transfer to administrative machine. Now the administrative machine will be informed to the virus infected client machine. After that, the client machine will be removed. The client machine will be worked in a proper way. So the virus analytic machine is used in their digital immune system, which helps for to identifying the virus, how it will be nature, what type of virus will be present, how it will be recovered, it provided kill the virus in the particular system. That particular purpose only virus analytic machine will be utilized in digital immune system. And finally, client machine and client will be executed in a correct manner. So block behavior software. What is the meaning of block behavior of blocking software in digital immune system means the behavior blocking software blocks potential malicious actions before they get into change of affect the system. The behavior monitoring may include. So what is the behavior monitoring? Once virus is affected in the particular system means the entire system work is entirely different from normal level. So behaviors of the system working is entirely different. So the behavior monitoring system will be implemented. It's include attempt to open, view, delete or modify system file, attempt to format the disk drives, modifying the logic of executable files, and initiating network administrative communications. So it behaviors blockers detect program initiation is malicious. It can block the behavior and terminate the process. So that's all about your different type of viruses and their types, how it will be prevent your system, and what are all the phases of their viruses and approaches of antivirus techniques. That's all about the virus and their antivirus approach technique. Thank you. Thank you.